It's January the 20th, 2015. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. The title of this Republic report is called Black Woman Feeling the Attack of Satan. To black women feeling the attack of Satan. Many black women are complaining that they're starting to feel the attack of Satan. Now, many have felt it before on other levels, but for some it's getting more severe and it's getting more intense, and they're even starting to feel it on a physical level. Sometimes it takes the form of body ailments. You know, they start breaking down and this started bothering them. They start having pain, this and that, and where headaches coming out of nowhere, just things piling up on them. Well, let me say this. To answer you, it is biblical prophecy that the black woman would be under attack, first of all. Now, it's biblical prophecy because the black woman was to be made aware that she would be under attack, and therefore she should prepare her defenses and her offenses for the attack. However, black women are still stupefied. They're still stupefied. They're still listening to all these men on the internet, and all these men on the internet talk, and will never move their muscle for black women one iota. But these black women still listen to their talk. And it's a whole bunch of them that have been talking for 40 and 50 years. And they haven't moved a muscle for a black woman. And she's still sitting up there as a masochist, stupefied, listening to the traditions of men who will not move a muscle for them. Now, in this, she is at fault because she continues to do the same thing, expecting different results. Still listening to men. The only time she'll listen to a woman if the woman has doctor in front of her name, or she's coming like she's trained by a higher institution to talk proper as if she was for radio to make it pleasant to them. Well, war is not pleasant. And when I talk to you, I'm preparing you for war. But a lot of them don't want that. They'd rather be a masochist and just be attacked. And they'll say, oh, well, I don't like the way she's coming because she's scary and I don't like what she says. So you'll have someone who wants some recognition and wants some attention will try to take my videos and then interpret it themselves in some kind of nice tone as to take away from the urgency of the war we under by giving it to you in a nice tone. I've seen some of my videos like Black Vaginal Envy even explain to white women, oh no, she's not talking about you. Oh, it's not like that. She means this and that. She means this and that. And this is the masochistic nature of the black woman battered syndrome. She continuously accepts this battering. Then when somebody brings her the raw truth, she wants a coffee clutch and a tea party and a pleasant talking about it. It's not pleasant because war is not pleasant and being under attack is not pleasant. Okay. Now, from that point on, I said recently I uploaded a video about Tyler Perry. And I see that I only got like 7 thumbs up because this same battered woman syndrome is still skeptical, and it has Stockholm syndrome because this Tyler Perry, a woman Babylon whore of incorporate doctrines, happen to be mixed black or something like that, so they in Stockholm syndrome. They still don't see Tyler Perry took his big fist and punched them in their ethereal and their emotional and their spiritual body. He took this big fist and landed right in the face and sucker punched black women, and then told his Babylon whore to hit him on the other side. But see, you want it pleasant. You want it pleasant. And see, this is why when you under attack, you're not ready for spiritual warfare. You still want a fantasy. You still want the traditions of men who have not worked for you for a whole aeon of time. I mean, the earth done passed 25,920 years, and you're still sitting up there looking for the traditions of men who won't move a muscle for you, okay? who won't move a muscle and use your weaker muscle and then take your wealth and transfer it to other women who haven't done a damn thing for them, okay? So when you say you're being under attack, ask yourself, are you setting yourself up, or are you a masochist, or are you in it, or are you under battered woman syndrome? Because you've been getting your ass whipped for a long time in America. Every time you see a black man with another woman, they have whipped your ass in your spiritual body, your ethereal body, your emotional body. It doesn't matter they didn't touch you physically, but they're effing you up. They're effing you up because energy is energy. Don't let it fool because they didn't put their hands on it physically, because they punched you any way they could. They hit you on the spiritual energy level, emotional energy level, ethereal energy bottle level, and they hit you hard any way they can. They mollyhopped you and they pummeled your ass. You are supposed to be the black woman seed, but you've been sitting up there allowing your ass to be pummeled, and then all you do is roll your eyes and talk, and then you want to have a coffee clutch tea party when I put something like black vaginal envy and say when it go down, you want to make it and want to smooth it over. So in other words, you have put up no resistance, and now these satanic forces who are more intelligent than you, to know they don't have to hit you physically, but they can attack you on the spiritual, ethereal, emotional, body level, that will still pummel your ass until you feel it physically, until you feel it in your physical body, your emotional body, your ethereal body, you know. So these women and all these black men running with these women, they are whipping your ass silly. They are whipping your ass silly. They are pummeling your ass. And see, you're going to start to feel it on a physical level because you put up no resistance. You put up no resistance. You see, because they didn't touch you physically, and all, but you can see that they have harmed you physically, because guess what? For the last 40 years, they have murdered off our ancestors. How much more physical can you get? You've murdered off 400 years of your ancestor and your womb blood investment in the last 40 to 45 years with all his mixed children. Every time you see a black man with a mixed child, he has murdered you off. So you may think he has not touched you physically, but he has stolen your blood investment, and he has not returned what was in him that came from you. He has murdered it off. So they are touching you physically, and this is war. This is war. And I shouldn't have to tell you on a kindergarten level what to do. If you can't hit them physically, Malcolm X said, hit them by any means necessary. Hit them by any means necessary. They're not hitting you physically, but they fucking you up. Can you learn from them? They're not hitting you physically, but they fucking you up. Okay? Can you learn what they doing to you? They're attacking you physically. You know how they look. You see them. You know how to roll your eyes, but do you know how to get into this spiritual battle where Malcolm X told you by any means necessary? Do you know how to take their images, just like they take your images, and take the image of the man that comes out of your body and then murder off your ancestors? So this is not nothing innocent going on. You have to get in on this spiritual warfare. You have to observe, you have to pray, and you have to fight. And see, when I say prayer, a lot of people say, oh, she sounds so bamboozled. But if you looked at that picture with Samuel Jackson, he quoted the Bible while he was taking people out. Now, you need to take some of these people out. You need to take some of these people out. If they can attack you on them levels, why you having the power of the woman seed think you can't attack them on them levels? Okay? You're the woman seed, you think you can't attack them on this level? Get off your ass and start fighting back. You know, whatever weapons you got, your mind, your body, those who insult you on that level, get them. Get them. They hitting you, hit them back. Hit them white girls back, hit them Hispanic girls back, hit them Asian girls back, beat these black men ass, pummel them, pummel them, Pummel them. You don't have to touch them physically. They ain't touching you physically. Get them the same way they getting you. And see, now, and listen to my video on the Marleys, and I got one coming up on Lauryn Hill. Listen to that, look for Lauryn Hill and the Marleys, and begin to wake up, because you better put up some resistance, because it's getting ready to get intense. It's getting ready to get intense. And guess what? You sitting up there still listening to the traditions of men, and all this stuff that they talk about has nothing to do with liberation. This information incarceration. It's information incarceration. Blacks are in information incarceration, and their liberation with all the knowledge in the world they can no longer comprehend. And that's what happened to you. You can no longer comprehend a liberation. You too busy listening to these men in information incorporation that it's not moving a muscle for your liberation. Not moving a muscle for your liberation, and sitting up there distracting you while you getting your ass beat, and some of them are helping women beat your ass. This is Mary, including Tyler Perry. This is Mary Ami from the House of King David. Shalom.